Finally, I get to play and review this guitar for you. Since January when it was introduced, I haven't had a chance to because every time we got one, it immediately sold. So they're already popular. You know you want to hear all about it. It is the Taylor Builder's Edition 652 CE. Stay tuned. Watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, make sure to visit our Teespring store below, where you can browse through our custom designed t-shirts, like the one I'm wearing. So, like I said, I finally get hands-on time with this guitar. The last time I played one of these models was literally at the NAMM show in Taylor's booth. We've had a few of these come in, but literally they came in and they went out. We never got a chance to do a video on them for you. So I'm excited to finally have this in my lap so that we can play and show you why these have been selling so great and what's fantastic about them. So first of all, it's the Taylor Builder's Edition 652 CE, which makes it the very first Builder's Edition 12-string guitar that Taylor has made to date. Now, if you're not familiar with the Builder's Edition, say you've been living under a rock somewhere, Builder's Editions are kind of like the director's cut of Andy Power's designs at Taylor Guitars. They all share certain aspects that are similar between them, but there are some differences from each line or each model in the series. So we're going to talk about this guitar, but know from, just from the jump, this is a special model being a Builder's Edition. Now it's a 600 series, which means it is spruce and maple. That's right, beautiful flamed maple on the back and sides. It's available in natural or this wild honeyburst finish. Let's go through the features and then I'll tell you why any of them matter. Fair enough? So 652 also means that it is a 12-string and it is a small body. It's a grand concert shape. Now Taylor, for a number of years now, have been making these small grand concert shaped 12 strings that are also 12 frets. So it's a 12-string with a 12-fret neck in a small concert-sized guitar. And it turns out that that is a winning combination on its own for a number of reasons. One, the 12th fret means that the neck is shorter and the bridge moves further down on the top. What that generates in every 12-fret guitar is a warmer sound. That benefits a 12-string, which could otherwise suffer from that jangly tone that we're used to hearing. The other benefit of this design is that the scale length is shorter, which helps you with hand strength because, let's face it, a 12-string is just inherently more difficult to play than a 6-string guitar. You're dealing with twice as many strings, a wider nut width, more tension, your fingers are having to hold down more. So by shortening the scale length, you're also getting a slinkier feel, which means it's more comfortable on your fretting hand. Finally, as it turns out, a small body guitar is awesome for a 12-string. And what's interesting about that is it almost seems counterintuitive. And the only reason it seems counterintuitive is because we are used to large, jumbo-sized 12-string acoustic guitars being the norm. And the reason they were the norm was that big body was there to counteract some of that jangly treble that we get from the octave strings. But as I mentioned, that's been addressed through other things. Now, it is a V-class 12-string, and what that means is you'll see here an innovation that they made when they moved their 12-string, 12-fret guitars to V-class. There's only 6 bridge pins. So twice the strings, the same number of pins, it's actually anchoring 2 at a time. It's aesthetically pleasing. It works with the breakover angle being the same for all of the strings, which helps with intonation, and it just looks cool. It also helps with the pickup, I might say. But don't quote me on that. That's just my opinion on the matter. Let's talk about the body, and then we'll go ahead and move on up the neck. It is a grand concert body, like I said. It is Sitka spruce with maple back and sides. The spruce is torrified, not terrified, but it has been treated in order to bring out basically a natural aging process early. It's V-class bracing, which, as we've talked about in numerous videos, gives you a balance between increased sustain, increased volume, and improved intonation. Now, on a 12 string, that is incredibly important. In fact, do you know how long it takes to tune a 12 string? Nobody knows. It's kind of a joke. You can tune a 12 string pretty quickly. I tuned this actually it came out of the case pretty much in tune. But 12 strings are known for having intonation problems. The sheer fact of taking twice as many strings and putting it on an acoustic guitar with all that added tension and changes to the bracing that have to take place, it makes it inherently out of tune, along with the difficulties with playing it. V-class fixes intonation, we know that. Well, it's doing that here as well. In fact, I might go as far as saying that this might make high-strung Nashville tuning guitars unnecessary from a 12-string recording standpoint. And if you don't know what that means, let me tell you. In recording studios, it's been a thing to have a 12-string part done with 2 acoustic guitars. A normal acoustic guitar and then another one, usually a small body guitar, maybe a Baby Taylor, a GS Mini or something like that, that is strung with only the octave side of a 12-string set. They were then recorded and put together to create the sound of a 12-string on the recording. Why was this done? Because 12 strings were just out of tune. This guitar is not. So that might completely be unnecessary from that standpoint. High Nashville string guitars are cool on their own right, but yeah, I digress. So on the body, there's a lot of comfort ergonomic features that are part of the builder's edition. You have the armrest bevel here for your picking hand, and then down here at the cutaway, you have a cutaway that's a compound carve with a bevel as well. So you can see the bevel here on the front, and if you look at the heel, you'll see that the heel and the cutaway, it follows along the same plane. There's no shelf here like you would typically see on most acoustic guitars. All of the binding is chamfered, meaning it's been rounded off for an incredibly comfortable feel. Moving up the neck, mahogany neck with the ebony fingerboard, we have rounded off edges there as well. And up at the headstock, one of my favorite things on any of these guitars, Gotoh 510 tuners. These are absolutely, in my opinion, some of the best tuners that are out there on the market with a high ratio to turns. And that means that in addition to everything else I've already said, you can more accurately get your guitar in tune. What's it sound like? Well, it's a maple spruce small body guitar, so it's got a lot of presence, and a lot of people might say it's bright. It's not. It's actually very transparent. You, the player, are really going to be able to articulate and communicate your playing style through this guitar effectively. It is really just an incredibly balanced instrument, and it works well for this. Now, one of my other favorite parts of this guitar that we cannot go without talking about is that it's reverse strung. If you don't know, most 12-string guitars start with the octave string leading, and then the main, or what we would consider the normally tuned string underneath that. Now, what that means is that if you are striking from the top down, like we typically do in a picking pattern, picking motion, you are hitting that high octave string first. Most of us, or some of us, myself included, don't like that. Doyle Dykes always changed his. Lots of electric guitars like Rickenbacker 12 strings were strung bass first, and this guitar is as well. And what that means is that you are going to get that bass sound, that traditional low E tone first with your picking pattern. And that means that you can get a lot of body, a lot of low end, and some of that thump that you want right from the get-go. You can even, dare I say, maybe do bluegrass runs on a 12-string guitar. So, all in all, it's an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, beautiful looking guitar, and it plays like a dream, particularly for a 12-string. So I'm going to put it through its paces, and you can hear for yourself. Check it out. So there you go, Taylor's new Builder's Edition 652 CE. An absolutely stunning, small grand concert 12 fret, 12 string guitar with amazing ergonomic features and a incredibly balanced response to your playing style. Coupled with a reverse strung, this has got to be probably right now my favorite 12 string in all of Taylor's lineup. It's no surprise that we haven't been able to keep any in stock in order to do this review for you. But now we've done it, so let us know what you think below. Comment below, tell us if you like it or not. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If not, you can click the other button, be a jerk. Just kidding. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and feel free to comment. Also, follow us on our Instagram page. We'll be doing some unique content over there as well for guitars and other things that we handle here at the store. At the end of the day, remember, our motto is that regardless of what brand it is or how many strings are on it, the very best guitar in the world is the one that you're making music on. We want to help you do that, so stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you next time.